All right, well, throughout the weekend, we've been doing maps, picks, and bans. This time around, it is going to be a best of 5. Woo! We are going the distance, and it is 5 maps. So let's see what the order will be at the start, and that is how it's going to work. So Training Grounds is going to be Tox's pick first. They are going to go for that, and then we will go to District. So the first 2 maps are going to be new maps, meaning that these 2 maps are not going to decide, the new maps are not going to decide who our champions are. It's going to be one of the tried and true maps, maybe Forge, Redux, Dam, who knows? Colin?
And then Foundation has to bring up the rear, which is, you know, the staple map. If all else fails, you go 2-2. You got to go to the last map. I guess Foundation's a better pick than any because you probably played it more than you've ever played any map of Gears of War in your life, especially when the big bucks are on the line. But I love the fact we're going to get those 2 maps out of the way early simply because I want to see them again. I want to see what adjustments get made because both these teams had to play both of those maps to get to this position. So both of those teams probably feel pretty confident that they could take those maps in a championship series, but it's all said and good when we just talk about it. I can't wait to get to it.
Well, we're so close, Colin.
I'm shaking, baby. I'm shaking.
Calm yourself. Calm yourself, Padawan.
I can't.
We're going to get there in a little bit. For now, though, we're going to do what we've been doing all weekend long, getting the predictions here from our top-tier analyst, PR. I'm going to start with you, my friend. Grand Finals, give me a series score, and give me who's going to win.
I think it's going to be 2-1. I think this is going to be a really
2-1. No, 2-1 or 3-1?
2-1. Oh, 3-1. It's going to 3-2 then. I forgot. Best of.
Oh, so you're just changing the game on me now, PR.
PR, do you know where you are?
This is going to be some of the greatest Gears of War. 3-2 to Ghost Gaming. We are going to have a new champion here today, folks, and they're over on that side. We got a crowd of people chanting for these Mexican team, and it's going to happen. I feel it in my heart. It's going to happen.
Okay, PR, he's jumping in his seats here, folks. All right, Ribs, who do you think is going to walk away, the champion?
I'm so glad you brought up Endurance earlier. If I could say there's one team that looks the strongest throughout this weekend, it has been Ghost. But if I could speak on a team that has the best stamina, historically speaking, it has been this Tox roster. I don't think they waste energy at any time when they talk trash. It's at the right time. They don't, no wasted efforts. And I think that's what's going to come back to bite Ghost throughout this match.
Yeah.
I think Tox takes it 3-1.
3-1. No wasted effort, no wasted movement. We've got a split desk so far. Colin, you're the decider. Who do you think is going to win?
I've never been in the position to be a decider before, but I'm glad it's for me now. And I love what PR said. He said a great story. It could be Ghost Gaming. They could go the distance. They could crown a new championship. But do you know what's always sad about stories? When somebody spoils it for you.
Ooh.
And this is not a prediction. This is a spoiler. Tox Gaming comes out on top yet again, and they do it in convincing fashion. 3-0.
Wow. Okay. There you heard it from the desk. A lot of passion here, but now that passion's going to be on the stage because it's time for our grand finals of the E-League Gears 5 Summer Series Invitational powered by Truth. Let's send it over to your casters for the finals. It's Benson and Blaze.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy. Thank you to the gentleman in the desk. What a weekend of action it has been. We're here. It's almost like deja vu.
Man, it has been.
Teams, Tox, formerly Optic Gaming. They're in a grand final. Shock horror. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Ghost have showed us so much. You could argue they're kind of leading the meta coming into this grand final.
You can definitely argue about that. Ghosts have had some exciting matchups and probably some of the closest matchups throughout this entire weekend. Benson, you got to think about from the Switch stage to their both matches with Reciprocity.
Yep.
And to come in here and to play this Tox team, they have been under pressure.
Yep.
Tox have not. So, with that being said, Tox is going to bring some drama to the Ghost side of the stage, but Ghost, they have what it takes, and they're just going to have to dig down deep to try to crack this dynasty.
We're going to start our best of 5 over at Training Grounds as our first map. And the big question I have for you, Guy, is how is Optic Gaming going to approach Ghost Gaming when it comes to that weapon placement? Are they going to fear the Markser? Are they going to go be proactive in trying to essentially pseudo-block the Markser, maybe put it somewhere else just to ensure they don't get it? Or are Optic Gaming going to say, nah, you don't scare us. You don't scare us. We have Explosive on the team.
You know what?
We'd love him to get a Markser.
I'll be super – if Optic Gaming places the Markser anywhere off the midline out of respect for Ghost Gaming, I will be super surprised, but also impressed that they have should give me a sign that they watched the Ghost footage and they are kind of scared of Sleeper and Monkeys back there. But on the flip end, was having a conversation with Ribs, and I said if they do go District, I think Optic will end up deciding to have kind of like the double boom and drop strat across the center line like they played when they played EU's Finest, and let Ghost Gaming have their Marksa. But I think if they do that, that is going to be what Ghost Gaming needs to go on and to try to get some momentum in the series. But Ben, my question is that I don't know who on Optic Gaming Tox Gaming has a lot of great players on their side of the map, but I'm trying to see who can go at it with Sleeper with that Marksa if he was to pick it up. Now you have Explosive over there on the other end, but also I think Sleeper is just has more precision.
Okay, fair enough. It's a bold statement, and we'll see if that is going to be the case. As we said, these two teams, they've been in grand finals before, but this, the first grand final for Gears 5. It's going to be a privilege and a pleasure to bring you all of the action in this best of 5 training rounds. Map 1, round 1 underway.
All right, let's get it on. Let us know in the chat who you want to win. Let us know in the crowd. It's Ghost versus Tox training grounds.
I'm pretty sure the crowd here, at least, they're Vamos Ghost Gaming, if you will. The Ghost chant, even in Atlanta here, definitely siding with the Mexican squad. As Mental, he's going to start things off with the double, though, and he's just going to try and slow down any momentum early on there.
Yep, going to come in there and grab a big double kill. And now you're going to see Tox have a 2-to-1 hill advantage, and they're already on the home hill of Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming did choose to spawn up. That was a great flash grenade on top of that hill. They're able to pick up one, and the second kill is going to be there as well.
And again, remember, it's worth just reiterating, in the early rounds, the respawns are at their highest, different to what you're used to with Gears of 4. The exact opposite, actually, is the game progresses, the respawn timer gets lower. So a very real chance there for Tox to try and go for the trick cap. Not
that can't happen.
2, Explosive makes it 3 as Dezo falls, and now you're at the point
he was surrounded by 3.
Not even spawning up.
He was surrounded by 3, and that just makes Mental that deadly. It's a reason why he was your Season 1 MVP in Gears 4. All of it, just a clutch factor for him. And now you got Tox looking to get round number 1, and Ghost tried to get to the hill but can't get it. Now Benson, we talked a lot, we've seen a lot of the weapon placement and the strategy around that all weekend long. Let's see what is going to be our first placement. Is going to be our first pick is going to be on the side of Tox Gaming. Now we know Ghost Gaming loves to give that utility with the smoke right away.
Don't forget, you spoke to Ashes, and he was trying to tell you the importance of winning that first round to set the tempo, set the pace. Will Ghost go to what they've done all tournament long?
Yes.
They will.
Oh.
Or will they?
Okay, they're going to go.
Change it up.
You know what? I'm not going to be upset with that one, because when you do win the first round in Gears 5 escalation, you can set the pace. So sometimes you have to mirror your opponent right there off the rip, especially unless you're going to be fearful of one of their placements. Like if you know they have a talented sniper or the Marksa, kind of how we saw Reciprocity play earlier, putting that Marks on the center line so Ghost couldn't get their strengths. But both these teams respecting each other so far.
Oh, it's a good start in round 1 by Tox. A couple of lives depleted on the side of the Latin American Ghost team. Explosive's going to be pushing around the outside, but it's a better start here. 3 players of Tox full. SuMuNs and Mental, the only 2 up. And a team kill does actually come through, but already
that quickly.
Trip cap domination being
Sleeper has a big 1v1, and he gets it.
Nice win.
Ghost Gaming with the quick rebuttal.
Instant response. That was a 40-second round.
And that's how you got to do it, especially when especially when Tox Gaming gets that first one. I'm so used to seeing these boys in green. We didn't cast it too many grand finals with them in it wearing green. Rest in peace.
It is strange, but the name may be dead for the squad, but the dynasty, definitely not. The accolades still there, as you heard Mental say himself. He's looking to continue where they left off, really cement that legacy, cement the dynasty. Winning Gears 5 in the first event could definitely cement that.
Ghost Gaming, they're doing a great job with that weapon placement. You got to kind of counteract. You got to mirror match them up until this point, because the shot grenades are so powerful. And I will say that, you know what? they could be one of the best power weapons on this map, especially when you guard that B hill. You can see that little archway that these players are about to run through to get to those stairs. All you gotta do is shock that location, and they cannot get to that hill.
Just like that, you mean? Just
exactly like that. Now, Tox made it in. They got 2 players to make it in. Ghost made it to top U, but Ghost is trying to get a pinch.
Well, Tox with a good start. I actually want to send it over now to a listening with Tox Gaming.
One shot on me. They're owing from B-side. From B-side. OE, just OE. Last 3 B. Last 3 B. Last 3 B. These kids are out of shocks, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're rowing.
On the end, Alex. On the end. I'm gonna sit under hill, shoot for you guys. Give me 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds.
The back! Still hurt.
Nice, no, he dies.
Yeah.
There's 3 there, boys.
Brother, get me.
They're hurt. I'm shooting monkeys.
I'm dead.
I can build. Yeah, just take this one off.
What a be? That's not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Damn, he was hiding.
Don't worry about it.
We still have 3 though.
Guys, what we're doing wrong is we're like not letting.
Well, you saw Tox there making the decision not to respawn in, valuing their life. Again, another new addition here to Gears 5.
Man, Ashes was about to drop some intel on us. He was about to do my job and say, all right, guys, what we did wrong right there. Well, but I am going to tell you guys, Ghost had a great initial, some good shocks off the start as well to get towards that B hill. But most importantly, they got that U area up top at the overlook. So they were able to get up in there and grab some kills.
This could be key in terms of weapon placement, because up until now, it's been a mirror match from both teams. Ghosts go back to what they want.
Oh,
Markser will be placed and over towards the B hill. That was Optic Gaming's choice. Now the fight is it's gonna be a big fight now.
Tox is respecting them. They respect him when they said, okay, well, you went for the front spawn smoke. We're going to go for taking your marks away from you. But we see how Ghost decided to wait till their second round win. Well, my fault, their first round win to decide to give Identives that smoke. Well, sorry, never mind, Monkeys that smoke. So he's telling Monkeys, hey, smoke it, flash it for me while I go in there and try to fight at B.
And the key difference here in this round, as opposed to previously in the tournament against Reciprocities, you actually have shocks. Both sides have those shock grenades. So that front spawn stun may not have as big of an effect. It still, of course, will have an effect, but by no means the same size as Monkey's just going to shut down Mental. He's looking for one more. Can he find the kill? He's managed to get some good damage in. Solar's falls. Number 3 is right in front of him. Monkey feeling himself. SuMuNs shut down as well. Ghost, they're not slowing down. Monkey's even hungrier for more, but he does slow it down a little bit. Retreat to his team, and Ghost Gaming with a 2-1 hill advantage.
Actually, I'm just start calling him Wukong after that play. Get up in there, get a good 3-piece, get his team positioned at the overlook. Now, the Ghost has 3 players in position. Curious to see how our defending champions of Gears 4 is going to be deciding that they want to break this hill. They may go for a home hill push. They can also kind of flank under overlook if they want to, but Ghost does have players in position. So let's see what Tox wants to do to try to break this one.
The problem is it's that man again, Sleefer, who has the Markser available, and he's going to be locking down pretty much anywhere he wants on the map. So if you want to play for home hills, well, he's going to be ready and waiting to tag you up.
I like how he came down to watch the middle area of the map. You got Identives to the right, watching the home hill lane, and now you have 3 players ready to push this B hill.
And that's so smart, right? So smart. Sniff out the information, rotate your main power weapon currently, which is, of course, the Markser with Sleep.
He has all the vision in the world. He's ready to get back to the home hill, defend the B hill. They can't see where the push is coming from. Tox, they have not that much time, 30 seconds. The strat is coming through, but Dezo's ready for it. Tox have not found an opening just yet. Praise trying to get through and use that movement, but the shot's too strong from Desonite.
Does end up falling, though, but here come the reinforcements, and it doesn't look like Tox are going to be able to break through. 15 seconds left. Explosive is trying to OE.
One shot.
But Sleefer's hunted him down, tags him up again. And there will be no more time for Tox. And the one thing I love this round from Ghost Gaming, guys, they show you the difference in pace at the beginning of the round. They're quick, they're fast, they're flying in the faces of Tox. When they get the setup they require, when they get Sleefer with the Markser, they pull away. They're happy to just build that point lead on a 2-1 hill advantage.
Now, you know, Ghost was respecting Tox on the weapon placements to start. They were mirror matching them, but then when Ghost won that round, Tox decided not to mirror match them. So that's how the Marksa get on the map, but rightfully so. They're respecting the talented Marksa players of Monkey, Sleeper, and Identitas on that squad. A triple threat with that precision rifle. But now we're going to start to see some flash grenades go down low for the pick of Ghost. Now Tox is looking to hover the same placement and match that one, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
So you just got to remember the only difference now, of course, is going to be your front spawn with extra utility on the side of Ghost because Tox decided to put.
And it's not the. It's going to be the second spawn. Yes, it's going to be. Actually, no, you're right. It is going to be Identitas. You guys can take a look at the left-hand side of your screen when we come back. You'll see that nade above his name, so he will be able to throw that one for himself. And there, Monkeys was picking up the shocks in the back end. That's what was happening. So. Identitas does have his. The shock in the back. Chaos is in the middle of Chaos, and he tries to go to the back of the shock to try to stay alive there.
Look at the zoning there that the Shocks have. It forces a pretty scrappy fight, one which Tox just have the numerical advantage in, so they're going to be able to take the early initial, and the B hill will be claimed as theirs. They'll start to build a point lead. Of course, the difference between Gears 4 and Gears 5 is 2 to 1 points, as opposed to the 1.5 ratio of last year. So first to 250 overall per round, no longer 210.
So we saw Tox try to break Ghost Gaming in this setup, but now on the flip end, Tox has the same setup that Ghost had the previous round, but Ghost was quicker on their reaction on the other end of the map, and they got right to Tox's home hill and says, you know what, you can have B, but look at the pressure. They says, we're gonna get this home hill setup, and we're gonna have to force you guys to make some difficult decisions again.
And I will say the home hill setup is so tough to break on training grounds. Just because of where, especially on the first side, because of just the angles that are available when you're defending that home hill. And you'll see Explosives trying to land some shots. There's one connected on Identitas, but his teammates don't have license to push yet.
Yeah, but look how they're all stacked over there. They says, hey, you can stay there, and he's gonna mark him back, says, what's up, shoot at me again. And you see it here as the game starts to slow down. One thing about what makes both these teams great, the pushes. Oh, they're grouping up. 3 players in the back. They says, no, not this way. Try again.
He's not going to be able to have much success at all. He thought about pushing. His teammate was there to revive.
This is kind of like Foundation.
But the problem is now that the extra utility, which Ghost are going to be able to draw back over towards this fight. Tox have to be careful. A flank could come through. And I'm talking about the utility. There's the stun. It's perfect. It connects with SuMuNs. But no one wants to push just yet. For now, Ghosts have Tox right where they want them. And more importantly, Guy, they're building a point lead as well.
They're trying to Tox fighting for inches. They're going to get a kill. The revive comes through. Ghost spread out just a little bit too much. They had a great setup towards the back, but Monkey's kind of, I think he had to go help the front lines at the stairs, and Tox, they found the right angle to make it there towards the back, and Explosives have not moved from this overlook, and you see he's just tagging up the members of Ghost, giving his team the info, becoming a puppet master, and just leading them to victory at their opponent's home hill.
The problem that Ghost had is they didn't send anyone over towards B off spawn. They all flew back towards the home hill, so even if they do somehow, some way win this fight, it may not mean much at all, because Tox have taken the lead, 210-204, 2-1 hill advantage for them, but Muxy, he's trying to OE, he's trying to put pressure on Tox's home hill.
This B hill fight is going to be crucial. Explosives backs up into position. He connects with a great shot there, 2-shot down. Sleeper managed to get a kill, and he decapped B, but the C hill is not decapped, and that is going to be a Tox round.
Yes, it will. Tox keeping it close, not letting Ghost run away with the first half.
When we saw Tox trying to break their home hill, that fight reminded me so much of the second half home hills on Foundation. Fountains and Welding. That's a hill that is very, very difficult to break. But when you do find yourselves in those situations, typically the main play is to go towards the neutral hill, spread out the lane in the mid-map, and force your opponents to have to spread their defenses as well with uncertainty of where your team is starting to push from. Explosives should have been able to call out, hey, you got 4 guys stacked there. Just run right past them. Run right past them towards their home hill. I'll let you know how many transition. I'll let you know the exact hill in which you can rush.
In terms of weapon placement, it was instant mirror match, drop shot for both. Now, what effect will that have over towards that skirmish at the B hill? A lot of extra utility still available Of course, all lives reset at the end of this round, the final round of the first half. Our respawn delay at its lowest. And more importantly, in terms of the respawns available, it's been really good management from pretty much everyone in the game. The lowest currently is Dezo at 3. So you expect everyone to use all of their resources of Solars. He's been so good with drop all tournament long. He finds an opening pick on towards Chaos. Monkeys is going to fall as well.
2 down for Tox.
Tox looking to tie things up.
Oh, Praise got saved.
And that's going to be a revive as well. Not looking good for Ghost off the first initial.
Man, you know, we saw that angle from the overlook, but Tox had multiple players down on that engagement, but Ghost could not capitalize. Now you have to ask yourself sometimes, when you get those downs, yeah, you can kind of go for the chain revive and just try to down them all out. But right there, sometimes you got to just clean up the kill. Clean up the kill, at least one of them, take your advantage, and then once you have that man advantage, then you can go on and start being just a little bit more aggressive.
All stuns out, but it's not going to matter too much as Ghost Gaming look to just fly over towards Tox's home hill. The reinforcements defensively were there, and there's still a 2v1. Finally, Tox is going to win it. And with Identives as last man up, he's got to do some defensive duty. Good stun for him. He looks to try and chase the kill, but he's being peppered from here, there,
got some help,
everywhere. Though. He does go down. Chaos there to trade, but Explosive is just popping off on Ghost home hill. Finally, he falls. But again, 60 seconds now until Tox tie things up.
Okay, Tox. Oh. Mental with the defense on their home hill. Solars realizes that that's not going to be the angle he needs to take. Dezo is in a great position. He's getting numbers for his team, trying to get some marks for him as well. Big 1v1 here for Identives, and he gets it. Chooses to revive his teammate first. I like the play. Gonna call out for that cleanup on the kill, but he missed the intel. Oh, he gets out though with his life.
The big thing to consider here is lives are getting low here for Ghost Gaming. Dezo's at his final life, as Identives is still gonna try and push around the outside of B. The trick cap domination is this around. Ghost can steal from underneath Tox's nose. SuMuNs isn't gonna be able to touch it. His Solar's gonna get over while he jumps and instantly met
triple
by the
cap it, triple
shotgun.
cap it. Oh, they couldn't get it.
Tox break the home hill, but is the damage done? Cog team will win in 40 seconds.
That's a lot of time.
Will that stay the same after the home hill is capped? You assume it will. Ghost in the driving seat here in the final round of the first half.
Tox, one player is gonna fall. Chaos has a new drop shot. Well, let's see if he's kind of honed his aim a little bit from that last series. They made it out alive, but Chaos had missed some crucial drops.
15 seconds.
All he has to do is defend this. That's all he has to do. Maybe. Patient. He's going to back up on some distance.
You have a teammate far pushed up. That's going to be Dezo. SuMuNs does find an opening against Identives. Now you're at the point though where you can just
look
win
at just look at the hill. Just look at the hill.
Should be free kill. Solars goes down. Has he done enough? Yes, he has. And Ghost will go into the first half of map 1 up 4-2.
He took a little bit of damage from that drop as well.
I got scared.
Yo, right?
I was like, not like
I was like, how? You know, he had shot it, and by the time, you know, it dropped out the air, he had up-aimed around the wall and took a little bit of splash damage from it, but it worked out. For a second, I thought he was just moving around too much, because all you got to do is just stare at the hill.
Right.
Just stare at the hill with the drop and just wait for it, you know? You don't got to do too much.
Again, I want to reiterate, another big change from Gears 4 to Gears 5 is every weapon placed on the map will stay even throughout the second half. So our map stays painted the same. We're still yet to see both teams use their locks.
The only difference between both sides in weapon placements is that Identives is spawning with the extra grenade.
Yep.
So only 2 players on the side of Tox are spawning with grenades, and then the Marksa is in the middle.
Besides that, everything else has been mirrored. As, again, the respawns back up to their highest in the first round of the second half, and opening for Tox as Chaos and Identities both fall. Sleefer looking to be a nuisance around our new mid-neutral, our E-hill. Sleefer, will he be able to find a pick? No, he won't. It's SuMuNs that shuts him down. Dezo trying to put some support fire down, not gonna do the job. So Tox, at least in the first round here, with a bit of an advantage.
So in our second half, as you see, these hills have swapped, and now you can also see the weapon respawn timers on your screen next to those respective weapons. Now, so on both home hills, there will be a drop. So that's going to be hard for both teams to break, especially closer to those respawns. Nice precision shots there from Mental. You can kind of see how much of a power weapon that Markster really is in Gears 5, especially you guys saw some great plays throughout the weekend with it.
It's so strong. Desert did well, just a decap, but paid the ultimate price of his life. Mental was able to clean him up, and Mental's found another kill. That's Monksies that will fall. Trip Cat for Tox inbound. The Ghosts even want to try and contest E. Well, they will break the hill just in the nick of time. D has also been broken. Sleeper will fall. Praised is running through Ghost Gaming.
5 dead.
And that is the round.
Gonna win off an elimination, wiping all players off the map, and they chose not to respawn. And that's also one thing that you got to take into account too as well. Even if a team wants to respawn in, they also have respawn timers.
Yeah.
So even if you long timers, right? So if you do kill them at the same time, like you can technically get a 5-piece right away and win.
Yep.
But you just have to be aggressive.
It's gonna be Tox on their first weapon placement, and they're going to reduce the timer of their own drop shot. Now I'm curious to see how Ghosts respond.
Also, that could be a strategy.
They're just going to straight out disable it. Interesting.
You know what? I like it. And because, especially with Ghosts being up 4-3, this is a round in which they can steal and go up 5-3.
Further advantage.
Exactly.
Himself 5-3.
And also as well, they know that Tox is probably going to disable their drop on the next round. They pretty much have to. And then that will give Ghost an extra placement to do something else. Maybe level up those flashes down low.
It sounds good, but you got to make sure you use your drop well and effectively. Mental is essentially trapped, and Monkeys is waiting just to kind of angle him out with the drop shot, see if he can try and find a freebie. Still hasn't fired anything out. He's going to trap back and cap his home hill. Meanwhile, all the other hills are being capped up. You still have drop shot. Mental trying to scurry back to D. E is being contested, though, and it's SuMuNs that wins the fight. Sleeper falls.
That's what he does best. We've always saw SuMuNs extending the rounds for this roster back in Gears 4. Whenever they was in trouble, SuMuNs was that last defense.
He was clutch.
He really was every single time.
Something a good map as well. 21 elims, I believe, as it stands. Mental will find number 20 himself. 12 deaths. As he just seems to be trapped, like, just in a corner, really, with nowhere to go. Trip Cap's coming through. Sleeper has to win the 1v1. It's SuMuNs again. He goes down.
2-shot down.
SuMuNs being such a nuisance. As you even see him as he's capping the hill, still putting damage down.
And so the new Markster was acquired, and I do believe it was passed off to Monkeys. So he's going to have that towards the back line, watching his home hill. I'm pretty sure he's going to transition after the fight. Destinai using that one drop shot his team had very effectively. Let's see what can Ghost do with the transition as well. They have a kill on the board. I want to see them use their numbers to get this E-hill, and now they're going to flood it. Trying to get the decap does not want to allow Tox to get any more points, but Dennis is going to sacrifice his life for that one. But they do have players in position to try to get this chain revive on downs.
And they get the hill. They get the hill, which is going to be crucial. Now they will win this round in 60 seconds as Chaos pushes forward.
I'm surprised he stayed alive.
Clean up explosive. Not sure if Solar's had the angle. Just give some support fire, but Chaos does drop eventually, and now Tox springing to life over towards E. Pressure is also coming through on Ghost's home hill. That has been defended for now. Meanwhile, on Tox's side, Identives is trying to spring into life.
The kill we just saw Chaos rush for.
This is big.
Oh,
it was
Praise
very
gets
big.
it. But yeah, the kill we saw Chaos rush for on explosives, he didn't have to do that. All he had to do was sit out with his Lancer. Sleeper had an angle as well. As soon as SuMuNs would have tried to push to get that revive, they could have possibly got 2 there. And, you know, for our players who plan on competing competitively in Gears 5, you're going to have better judgment on which kills you want to spend time on cleaning up, because if you go clean up some kills, you can be, you know, possibly coming out with 2 kills and putting some damage in on other players, because those guys cannot self-revive anymore in escalation.
Awesome. Good shots coming in from Mental. Tox will win this round in 35 seconds. It was a round that you mentioned. Ghost really do need to win based on the fact that weapon placement from the previous round, a lock on Tox's drop shot. Identives is going to fall, and well, Mental's having his way to 11-205. Tox will reclaim the mid-neutral hill. That win condition will stay in their favor. 20 seconds. Ghost Gaming.
Sleeper needs a headshot.
Gotta make a play.
And he's getting tagged up twice there.
Night-night.
Mental had the proper angle on the stairs, got him by a slither. But now, in the final moments of this round, Tox is going to take it. And Ghost let that one slip by. They had a clear advantage with a drop shot on the map that Tox did not have. So now Tox can choose. They say, hey, do we want to block their drop?
I would save it.
Yeah, right? Because you just won a round with them having it. So that's confidence enough. And I think that these guys are so good where they can make that gamble if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think they're thinking about it. I'm currently hovering the lock option.
Okay, they're going to play it smart.
3 rounds. And now, you have your Ghost. You get to choose. What else do you need on the map? Extra utility, maybe?
Before, even if Ghost won the next 2 rounds, I do believe that, I was going to say they will be guaranteed. No, Tox will have to at least win 1 round. I was going to say if Ghost won the next 2 rounds, Tox would have the drop shot, at least 1 drop shot for 1 of those rounds because it's offset by 1 spawn on the disable. So, we'll see.
I will say, just a quick glance at the respawns. Not sure how influential this might be, but as is right now, Praised is down to 3, the lowest in the game. Kick things off on board with Chaos, though, as once again, the fight towards the old B hill continues. And it looks like it's going to be Tox once again that come out. It's on top, or will they? Chaos almost found another, but Praise was there to shut him down.
That's one of those situations where he had made the right move where he backed up and because he saw monkeys there, but when he went back in, he went into 1-shot range. He didn't have to do that. He just had to do a little L trigger from distance, but now Monkeys wants to fight a 1v1 for control over this overlook, and he's going to get it before reinforcements come through, but who's going to make it there first is the question. Tox comes in with their pistols and lancers out, trying to get Monkeys down, but he has got his team position at the B hill, but now Ghost is trying to get up there towards the top U, and they will get 1 down.
It's a lot of pressure on that U side. The stun comes out. Is that enough to push? Identitas will fall. Can Chaos trade? For now, the answer to that is no. But again, more support coming this time. It's going to be Dezo. Tox trying to keep their spacing. The fight continuing. D and E currently controlled by Ghost. There's no way as of right now
only 2 shots.
Secret Man.
I was going to say only 2 shots in Chaos's shotgun. That's something I've been trying to pay attention to more as well. Some of these players in these key engagements not hitting their active reloads. Because if
perfect. You got to be perfect, guy.
And if you hit a perfect active reload, you will get a full clip. But if you do land in the gray area of it, you will only get 3 shots into your shotgun. So you have to be careful. But it makes active reloads important in shotgun fights.
Monkeys could be in trouble. He was isolated there, and in fact, Solus will shut him down. Really trapped in by the Tox players, and well, you see on your screen, Ghosts are going to win this in 60 seconds. But Tox, for them, 60 seconds is a lot of time. They will finally cut their home hill, so now the question, how are they going to break Ghost's setup? It's good so far, but they need to win this round, in my opinion, guy. They have to win this round.
Sleeper has to be careful because Mental has all the angles at the overlook position.
And that's been such a problem. He's been so annoying for Ghost to deal with the past 3-4 rounds.
When it comes down to advantages so far, Monkeys has a Retro Lancer and Mental has that Marksa. You see Explosives trying to find an angle into this E-Hill to try to get a decap so that Tox can get some points.
I love it. Dezo says, you know what? Ignore Mental. I'm going to try and keep the pressure on, push Tox's home hill. There should be no one that can realistically deal with it, and if they can keep control of E, somehow a trip cap domination may even come through.
That Retro Lancer is going to force that player down. I like the moves there. Just hop in the hill. That's going to force that player out of that power position with the height advantage because you know he has to come down and fight you. And Dezo knew he was going to get at least 1v1 for the bread in this round, and he took care of it.
That was brilliant decision-making from Dezo. He was bottom middle, and he had a choice. Do I push over towards the E hill, or do I fly straight at Tox's home hill? He picks correctly, puts pressure on that side of the map, and Tox fall apart in that round. 5-4, advantage Ghost. We still have drop shot locked for 1 round on the side of Tox, 2 on the round or side of Ghost. And it will be Ghost picking first here on weapon placement.
Oh, they chose to change their retro into a sniper rifle. This is
deal with Mental. Deal with Mental. It's been 4 rounds now where he's been top U with that with the marks, sorry, just being annoying, landing damage.
So now, the way that this map is laid out, if Ghost finds themselves in a difficult position where they do lose control over that overlook, they have a sniper to deal with that marks of suppression, especially if they want to just play the other side of the map. Also, on the flip end, you got Tux. They got 2 shot grenades to force these players out of that range area and off of that hill. So, a lot of utility for both teams. Let's see how they want to use it in this round.
Round already underway, and again, it seems like it's Tux that have the advantage.
Monkeys needs to get in the mix. He needs to do something.
Looks like he was trying to hit a delayed pinch. Mental is down, as is Dezo. In fact, all of Ghost struggling a little bit. Chaos the last man, but he's caught between 3. Tux keep their distance, and they shut down the initial push of Ghost.
So you saw it. First off, beautiful angle right there from our observers, because you saw a 4v3 situation, even though it was a 4v4 on your screen. But Monkeys, for most of that engagement, was not shooting.
What a shot grenade. What a shot grenade.
Blocked the hop over.
SuMuNs basically trying to just take control of the game himself. He found 3, couldn't get lucky number 4. Dezo stops the bleeding.
Oh, he stays alive, but he's moving a lot.
If you're Ghost, you concede this round. You don't even spawn in. And that's the decision they make. They don't want to waste any resources as Tux tie it up 5-5.
Let's see, what does Ghost want to do? 5-5 on the board. Tox is going to have our first pick. When it comes down to the lives remaining, all these players have a good amount. They've been doing a good job ecoing and not forcing these rounds.
But remember, in this round, Tox's drop shot becomes available.
And you know that these boys are talented with it. They're going to definitely use that advantage. Ghost, their block was great. Their disable was great, sorry. When they used it about 3 rounds ago, exactly from this point. But they did not make good use of it. You know, they end up getting, I want to say, about 2 or 3 drops in that round and could not make anything happen for it. And Tox ended up beating them off a point. So Tox get to show him what to do, having his drop, and Ghost not having it.
Pistols for Identives will be Ghost's choice. 12-second respawns now, as the game truly has been back and forth. 5-5 the score.
We're in for a long ride.
It's going to be long. Yeah, if you haven't done already, get your popcorn, buckle down.
This is just map number 1.
Yeah, this is map number 1.
Let's get it.
We could have 5 of these bad boys. It's all tied up. And as I said, the important part of this round is
Ghost choosing not to fight
is available. And I think that may be part of the reason, guy.
Okay, so they didn't want to go in. They're going to give up that Marksa. The sniper's in the hand of Sleeper on the other end of the map. Let's see, how does Tox want to play this round? They're going to be capping their home hill. They got 2 players in a position on the east side of the map at the firing range.
Praise is going to fall. It's Identives that cleans them up. Ghost trying to lock in that mid-neutral E hill. They will, so that's 2-to-1 hill advantage. Of course, you win this round for either Tox or Ghost. You put yourself at map point. The lead's starting to build for Ghost.
And so as we've seen, Tox is choosing not to use his drop shot just yet. They're going to have this position in overlook. You can kind of see from the X-rays, 4 players of Ghost on your screen. They're sitting back towards that east side of the map.
But remember, Mental has to respect the sniper of Identives, right? That was why Ghost put that sniper rifle on the map in the first place. If he peeks, Identives is a player who can hit shots.
Headshot. I challenge it. I like peek.
Try me.
You know? Especially you can't for at least 2 seconds, because you know until you get his health back.
Meanwhile, the fight down low, Monkeys takes advantage of Mental pre-aiming over towards the sniper rifle of Identives.
You can kind of shoot that. Monkeys knows it too as well. Well, Solars with a beautiful play. He recognized that as his teammates was trying to down Monkeys, that Identities was going to take a shot, and he caught him slipping. Also at the same time, Mental still harassing with that marks at the top of Overlook. 2 hill advantage for Ghost. They have a good lead, but now Tox is playing for the trip cap.
Yep, and they swarm and they choke out Ghost Gaming's home hill. D's being capped up, pressure over towards
Sleeper.
Sleeper somehow got himself a miracle double kill, which will slow down the
3v3.
push. Now also consider the score, 182-99. As is, Ghost will still win this round. Tox either need a decap on E, or of course the trip cap, or the brand new win condition, wipe everybody off the map.
Praised Chaos Identities have 2 respawns remaining. SuMuNs is going to be able to have his drop shot for Tox.
He's been so good with it as well.
Tox looking to make the play, looking to make the comeback in this round. Ghost been playing for points, but now Tox is about to make a push to decap this E-Hill and to win this round. Let's see what they can do with this drop shot.
The problem Ghosts have right now is there's no one in a position to overextend anywhere. So if Tox put the pressure on towards E, they are going to have to take this fight. They've set up to defend. You have one push you need to survive. Monkeys will shut down Praise, but here flies Tox. Someone's thinking about just putting the pressure on the hill. Will he get there? He gets downed. 233, 200. He will touch the hill. It's going to start the decap, forces Dezo out of position. He should be able to clean that up. And once again, the cap will come through, but Tox defend their home hill. When the hill is capped, comp team will still win.
I don't know if anybody's close.
In control.
Is somebody close to that hill?
Yes. One player. Two
players.
players.
That headshot was so clutch. That headshot was so clutch, Ben. The precision. If they don't get that headshot right there, that's probably a Ghost round. I ain't seen him look like that in a while. He had to wipe the sweat off his palms. He says, hold up.
Wow.
Look at Mental.
Watch this.
Ooh.
The clean headshot on Monkeys. And the rest.
You know he's sitting there. You got to be aware of that.
Advantage Tox, 6-5. This round, we will see Ghost drop shot available. The difference in the drop shots as is right now is the respawn delay. For Tox, theirs is at half. I'm curious to see if Ghost want to match that. You would assume so.
So also, I realized too that Ghost gave themselves a pistol. They gave them an option to cycle through the three main pistols that we use in Gears Esports. That's going to be the Snub, the Talon, and the Boltok. When you die, you have an option to load out with a different pistol. Also, if you have a grenade attached, you have the option to cycle through that as well.
Explosive 37 and 15. The big deciding factor this round could be praised down to 2 respawns. We have Identivs and Chaos both at 3. If you can isolate Praise in a fight, you can find yourself an advantage. Maybe it's the sniper rifle from Sleeper. Whatever it is, could be huge. But look at this. Explosive, he's just gone straight through bottom mid. They could set up a very quick flank. Is Sleeper even going to realize it? That's the question.
Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Oh, he got the headshot though on SuMuNs. So it was a trade, but he does give up the snipe.
He gets, and more importantly, Explosive gets the snipe himself. So Tox, very much so, in the driver's seat here, putting themselves at map point. They win this, they go 1-0 up. Mental, there you go.
He says, there you go, Duo. Take your favorite weapon. 3 shots, what can Mental do with it? 2 left in the clip. A lot of players trying to scurry back towards a safe area. He's gonna miss that one, only 1 bullet left. Ghost needs to make a decision on where do they want to play next.
Ghost has time, Ghost has time.
And that's the beauty about escalation. It's just that you don't have to rush it, especially in this early game. You can take time, make some decisions, and rotate.
And more importantly, you can wait for your new drop shot to come up, right? You have 15 seconds. Both drops will be back up. And that's what Ghost are more than likely going to be waiting for. Sniper rifle.
Mental has 1 shot left, too. I don't know if he has an angle on that drop. If he can prevent him from getting it. You see him over there at the F hill. He may take a look. Oh, Dezo says, hold up, you're moving around too much there.
Just give him a little love tap.
Ooh, he can barely come out of cover without taking some damage.
But whilst all this delay and slowing of the tempo comes through, Tox are building a bigger and bigger lead, 140 to 65. They do still control 2 hills, so the lead is only going to get bigger. 50 seconds, Ghosts have to make the play, and the play is coming in now at E, the decap. Do they want to try and force the fight? Mental has to hit the shot, but needs to be careful. Now a couple of kills in for Ghost. Mental still being tagged up, scurries away. E will be conceded, but Ghost, I don't even think they want to cap it just yet. They really want to try and find the kill, but you fly straight into Mental, who shuts down Monkeys. Dezo drops as well. Maybe Ghost Gaming a little too greedy, and
he hit that,
making them pay.
And now you see the defense there by Tox. Beautiful strategy by those guys. They're going to clean up these kills. The F hill gets capped. The E hill's on the board. And Tox is going to take map number 1 of your grand finals.
It was well fought, map 1. Tox win 3 in a row to close out the first map. And again, you could argue there, Ghost maybe getting just a little greedy. Chance to just cap the mid-neutral hill instead.
And just slow it down one more time.
Straight through you. Right idea, just unfortunately didn't work out. It's Tox, as they have been all throughout Gears Esports in the driver's seat of the final. We'll be back after this with Game 2.